Let me show you this. We all live inside a bubble, right? We work over here. We go get our coffee over here. We go to this park over here. This is our favorite spot on the beach. We all live in this bubble. What you got to do to get the life that God wants you to have, you got to put more air in your bubble. Expand yourself. Take yourself out your comfort zone. If you stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail. Success is not a comfortable procedure. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful. I love to tell you, look, you can go out here and get rich, do a couple of things, they ain't happening. Now, like I was telling you before, if you want to be ordinary, you ain't even got to listen to me. If you think ordinary is cool, ain't no problem. But if you are sitting in this room and you have extraordinary aspirations, then you're going to have to do extra. It's no other way. But here's the fact. All of you have extraordinary capabilities. You have to decide if you are willing to do the things to put you in that category.
Where have you been? Why are you here? And where are you going? You look at your life. You look at what you produce. Are you doing all you can do? Have you gotten comfortable? Are you procrastinating? Are you evading your own greatness? Is your life an adventure or is it boring? Where have you been? Where are you going with your life? What decisions are you making right now as you look into the future? You've got to use all your stuff. You don't know what else you can do. I don't know I can do what I'm doing right now. You don't want to ever put yourself in a situation where you have a limited vision and you're only using a limited amount of your talents and of your abilities. And I'm suggesting that it's necessary that you get outside of your comfort zone. It's necessary that you develop some new relationships. It's necessary that you do reading, that you do research. It's necessary that you don't be satisfied with where you are. If you want to make it today, it's necessary for you to constantly look at ways of getting better. But the major key to your making things happen in your life is you. When I wanted to get on public television, they told me, you can't do that. Let's be realistic. Come on, be logical. You don't have any college training. They're not going to put you on television. Give me a break. What people think about you and the possibilities for your dream is none of your business. The attitude is it can't be done because they haven't seen it. They're judging according to appearances. The people that are going to make it in the future, let me share something with you. History is being read, but it's also being written by people with imagination.
This is how your imagination works. You got to grab this concept. It is impossible for you to think an impossible thought. You can't think something that ain't possible. You ain't that smart. So if it's in your head, you got to ask yourself, how did it get there? That's God showing you a preview of a coming attraction he has for you. The problem with most people is you think your imagination is hocus pocus. It's a preview of a coming attraction. It's just God showing you what he has for you. The problem people have is they tell their imagination to the wrong people.
It's necessary you take responsibility for it. That you don't give up, that you don't take any objection or defeats personally, that you don't decide that I can't make it because you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. And here's something you've got to resolve. See, as long as you're breathing, you got to shout at your dream. That's the way I resolve. Say this, please. It's not over till I get through. It's not over till I get over. Not over till I get what I want. You've got to have that kind of courage, that type of determination. If you want to make it happen, it's you. That you have got to own what it is that you want to do. If it's taking care of your well-being, if it's to create an economic renaissance, if it's just to take yourself to another level, you've got to make that happen. But what I've come to appreciate when you're working on changing your life or working to build a dream or making a difference in our society, it's hard. Easy is not an option. Life is hard. It's hard handling just the tragedies of life. When you're working on something and you put everything you have in it, and it doesn't work out, you lose your money and other people's money. It was humiliating and embarrassing borrowing money, and then I couldn't pay the money back when I told them I would. How people look at you. It's very hard. It's humiliating. You will go through things, and while you're going through them, you can't understand why it's happening to you. But after you go through it, and you say, oh, now I understand why I needed that lesson. But after I got through it, then I saw that that was preparing me for bigger and better things. See, most people want it easy. Easy come, easy what? Easy go. And I'm saying to you, whatever you got to do it, because if you don't, life is going to whoop you until you surrender. So if it's hard, then do it hard. You must have faith. You've got to believe in yourself, unquestionably. You got to have faith, and that faith gives you patience. And not only that, but that faith and patience drives you into action. You got to keep moving and keep plugging away.
Keep on walking. We all have things that we're believing for. We have the promise in our heart, but nothing is happening. It's easy to get discouraged and think it's never going to work out. Thoughts will tell you it's too late. If it was going to happen, it would have happened by now. As you keep believing, keep doing the right thing, you're going to see things begin to change. Don't be frustrated because you're not seeing immediate results. What you're believing for is still on the way. Just keep walking. You can't go by what you see, go by what God promised you. My business is still slow. Keep on walking. These people at work are still not treating me right. Keep on walking. Now, I believe for many of you, you're about to walk into your healing. Walk into a great spouse, walk into abundance. As you keep walking, you're going to see God show out in your life. Are you missing your miracle because you're reasoning everything out? God is supernatural. He'll ask you to do things that you may not understand. God does things different ways. You have a unique anointing. You don't have to copy someone else, try to be what they are. Walk in your own anointing. Walk in your own calling. You may have situations you don't see how it can work out. You're tempted to quit believing. Keep walking. You're on the verge of a miracle. Now, you may have to get your feet wet. May not happen like with Moses, where the waters part first. Sometimes God waits to see if you're going to trust Him when the waters haven't parted. Are you going to believe when you don't see any sign of things changing? If you'll just keep walking, expecting doors are going to open that you couldn't open, freedom from things that have held you back, things you've been standing in faith for a long time, it's about to come to pass. It's not going to be ordinary, it's going to be the hand of God. When you don't see how it can work out, but you keep walking, you keep being good to people, that means you're about to enter your promised land. Joel, I prayed, I believed, but my dreams didn't come to pass. Didn't work the first time. The obstacle looks impassable. That's a test. If you'll keep walking, you're going to see God open up things you never dreamed would open. David said, I was young, now I'm old, and I've never seen the righteous forsaken. I've never seen a sickness that He won't heal. I've never seen a dream that He won't bring to pass. And there will always be people trying to convince you to settle. Just accept it. Never break the addiction. Never get out of this neighborhood. No, don't water down your dream. God has not failed in the past. He's not going to start with you. Keep on walking, praying, doing the right things. Doors are about to open. Problems are about to turn around. Instead of you retreating, the opposition is going to retreat. The sickness, the trouble is about to push back. God is going to make a way where you don't see a way.